This is Your Other Brothers Podcast.
Sorta.
What's up, homies? All right, hang on. I need to make a mental note. Let me write something down. I am second guessing this intro, calling everyone homies. Come back to that for a later episode. Welcome to the Corona ConvoCast, an extension of Your Other Brothers. We're a community navigating faith, homosexuality, masculinity, and the coronavirus together. My name is Tom. I am your editor, co-founder of our community. I am also so glad that you're here, that you joined our ConvoCast. I am joined today by a very special guest. You guys have known him before. You have met him many a times. And honestly, he's one of the most important people in my life. I'm honored that he's in my family. I'm joined today by my real brother, not my other brother, my real brother, Andy Zuniga.
Yeah.
Andy, thank you for being here
I'm
today.
your only brother, and I'm the best brother. True brother. Thank
You're
you for having
true
me
brother.
back. It is always a joy for others to listen to me on this podcast. Thank you.
Yeah, we're glad you're here. We are honored that you're here. Now, the last time we spoke, we talked about a few things. We talked about working from home.
Yes.
We talked about your relationship with Sarah.
Oh,
And we talked about some movies, about brotherhood and otherwise. So catch us up to speed. How's business at Old Komatsu?
Well, you proceeded to tell me on the last podcast that this was an extremely boring conversation when I talked about working from home.
I
and
did tell you this.
So rather than repeat myself and say that it's the same, everything's the same, nothing's changed, while doing the same thing we were doing a month ago.
Sure is.
I will say things are better with my girlfriend.
Oh, tell us about that.
We have exchanged many love letters in the last few weeks.
Okay.
And
go ahead and read one to us.
Oh, no, I can't do that. I can't.
Absolutely,
I
you
can't
can.
let in your millions of listeners or however many people even listen to this show. I can't let them in.
Billions.
I will say it's been very sweet.
Aw.
We're growing closer in this time of social distancing and isolation.
Well, it sounds adorable.
It is. It is totes adorbs.
That's great. So what do you do when you're dating somebody in the midst of the coronavirus? Other than write letters, what does one do?
Well, we cook together and we watch movies together.
Favorite dish to cook? Go.
Oh, I'm a big fan of these things called Bison Burgers. Have you ever had those?
Bison. It's a Z. It's not an S.
No, I cook them all
say
the
it
time.
Bison.
They're Bison Burgers. And basically what they are a step far above your regular old hamburgers. These things are meaty and beefy and just plain delectable. And so I make them. They're my specialty gift. I actually made them, Tom, for your birthday the other day. We had a big Zoom party on your birthday. Happy belated birthday,
Andy,
Tom.
Yeah, thanks. Andy, I've been meaning to ask you about that. What did you think about the way we had that birthday Zoom party?
It was great. It was also kind of awkward because it was the first time our entire family was meeting my girlfriend.
Yeah.
So that is not how I envisioned that going.
It's not how I envisioned it either. And I'll tell you this. Sarah seems lovely. It was weird that I chose to do my birthday this way. And this is on me, me, Tom. To choose to force people to dress up on Zoom to have a nice meal and meet your girlfriend for the first time. Was it the best move? Probably not. But I live in my own world and I do my own thing. And I say, whatever. It is what it is. You know, we're done now. On to the next thing. On to the next birthday, if you will. But yeah, tell us more about the bison, about the burger. What did you put on it? Did you season it?
No, I don't season it at all. I just do straight up burger. And
Just
that's
straight meaty meat burger.
no vegetables, no cheese, no bun even, just the burger. That
sounds very heterosexual.
That's what I made. Yes, it is. It's the straightest thing I know to do. And I made it for me and my girlfriend, and she loved it. In fact, when Tom, you asked her during the Zoom call what your favorite part about me, Andy, is, she responded, his bison burgers.
You know, she probably responded that way because in hindsight, now I'm realizing that is a very awkward thing to ask someone's girlfriend the first time you're meeting them.
This is true. But I've come to expect nothing less from you, Tom, that you will ask the awkward questions and do what you do because that's who you are. You beat to your own drum.
The awkward questions that truly don't have a right answer. So it's kind of my thing, you know? Well, let me tell you a little bit about my birthday, about what I was doing outside of the Zoom call.
Yes, please. What else did you do on your birthday?
Well, you know, I live in Asheville, and Asheville's a very pretty town, and so I went to the old Trader Joe's, stood in line for 2 hours to get inside so I could buy something organic and stupid. Then I went to the park, which is technically closed. Then I broke the law. Went into that park anyway.
Of course you did.
What are they going to do? Arrest me? So I went into the park, climbed a tree, read a book, drank probably something like kombucha. It was definitely because I am Tom, I remember. Drank kombucha, got out of that tree and forced my family into an awkward Zoom birthday party.
Sounds like what you would have done any other year without a quarantine.
Is what it is. Is what it is. It's a good day. It's a good day. And now I'm 32, 33, 33 now. And I feel good about it. I feel good. Oh yeah, the Jesus year. I remember.
Yeah, it's your Jesus year. Do you have what are your ambitions for this year of your life, Tom? Surely you've got some big, crazy, homeless adventure or something where you like wander the country with a pack of hippies or something, right?
Well, I mean, I'm just going to play it like Jesus, you know? You know, he wandered the earth. He walked the earth. He met interesting people. And then at the end of it, I'm probably going to die. Let's be honest. The way I've been living my life, it hasn't been, honestly, it hasn't been kosher. Hasn't been the way that.
Like literally.
Yeah, literally. So yeah, we'll see. Might raise up a resistance, you know? Might raise up some kind of strong religious following. Speaking of, thank you for being here at the ConvoCast. All of my faithful followers.
I thought this was called the ConvoCast. Isn't that what this show is called?
The ConvoCast. ConvoCast. Yeah. Anyways, meet me sometime this year at an undisclosed location where we will rise up against the government or something. I don't know.
Speaking of like rising up in governments, have you heard about North Korea lately?
Have I heard about them?
Have you heard that like Kim Jong-un might be dead?
I've heard a lot of Twitter rumors.
There's a lot of rumors that he died and that maybe there'll be a revolution or something. Maybe you should go there, Tom.
I should probably go into that because I've been meaning to write a very weird blog post about that, about how this somehow specifically relates to my life and where I've been kind of walking recently. And I don't know, I think about dictatorships and I think about the poor relationship that he had with his people. And in the same way, how I sometimes have a bad relationship with the people in my life, and I need to be a better dictator. There's something there. I'll go into it. I'll figure it out. Expect a blog post later this week.
I'm sure you'll make a metaphor out of something. You always do.
Hashtag Brotown.
I never heard you guys use that hashtag before.
Your other brosifs.
Oh. Are you trying to be like super straight now or something? What's that about?
It's my Jesus here. You know, I'm figuring things out. You know, I'm just trying to put some pieces together. Maybe this is the year. Maybe this is the year I'm just like, you know what? Let's do the straight thing. Maybe this is the year. Maybe this is the year we finally launch Your Other Sisters. Huh? Get sisterhood up in this. Huh?
I've heard you talk about Your Other Sisters for a while now. Is that really going to happen? Are you going to actually do that?
I think it's time we bring Anya into this mix. Anya, jump on the call. Wait, she's not here.
Big shout out. Anya is our real life sister.
She sure is.
Shout out to her.
Mine and Andy's sister, Anya. Anyways, yeah, and then she's going to have another daughter. So we've got Madeline. We've got Anya. We have Mirka. And now we're going to have Gianna.
No, you and I have joked that she's going to be called Corona.
My Corona.
Because why not, right? This is the age we're in.
This is it. This is the time. This is the time to explore with new names. I think
So
Corona
Tom,
would be a great
I
name.
have a question for you.
Go ahead.
You mentioned on the last ConvoCast or whatever this is called, you said...
I don't know. I can't keep track of the weird, dumb names I come up with.
You asked me about Brotherhood movies, and I suggested people go watch Mid90s, which you said you were going to do. Did you, in fact, watch that movie?
Here's the thing, Andy, every time you give me advice, I want you to know this. Every time you give me advice, I go do it. I say, you know what? My brother, one of the wisest people I know, I should hang on every word. So
that's right.
I hung up the phone with you. I said, I can edit this podcast later. I went to Amazon Prime. I went to Mid90s, movie directed by Jonah Hill, the first movie he's directed. And I said, wow, this movie's great. This movie's awesome.
Of course you did.
Yeah, I loved it. It's this movie about these skater kids, and they're building this bond of brotherhood over this one thing.
No, correction. They're not skater kids. They're skater boys. B-O-I-Z.
They are your other skater bros. Hashtag
right.
it. Use it for this podcast. I'll write that down. But nah, great movie. And they have this common bond of skating. And it's really kind of the only thing they've got in common outside of like partying. But that's like the thing that holds them together. And it's this common bond that their brotherhood is built on.
Yeah, I told you it was a fantastic movie. Did I not tell you?
Hey, you did tell me. You did tell me.
Am I not
so
the wisest
Andy,
brother you could have?
Clearly. So let me hear your thoughts, Andy.
Yeah, I love Jonah Hill. He's a hilarious man. He's kind of fat, but he's also cool.
Depends on the movie.
That's right. He changes a lot.
Fat to very fat.
The brilliance of this movie is that it's so simple. There's not really a plot. It's just basically skater boys hanging out together for 90 minutes. It's a really short movie. You could watch it anywhere on the go.
Yeah.
So it's easy to watch. It's got a unique way that it was shot. It's like shot using cameras from the 90s. So it's got that look and feel to it.
Got the bars on both sides.
All the like people in the movie are wearing these hilariously awkward clothing from the 90s. You can notice it everywhere you look. So it's got this like amazing feel to it that feels legitimate and genuine. And yeah, it's just ultimately a movie about friendship and commitment.
Yeah.
It's great.
Well
It's
said.
a great movie.
Well said. And let me also tell you this.
Oh,
let me also just say this. Unless you're still going to talk about Mid90s.
No, that was it. I love it. I recommend it to everybody.
Highly recommend. So, after I hung up the phone and I watched Mid90s. I said, wow, my brother, great recommendations. Another solid tip from Andy. You know what else I did? I finished Mid90s. I went back, I watched WALL-E, and I said, you know what? I'm changing my tune.
Good for you.
I was wrong this whole time. WALL-E is a treasure and a gem. Easily the best Pixar movie ever made. There,
I'm so
I said
glad,
it. I
Tom.
said it.
I am so glad that you listen to me and just see me as the one with the only true opinion in the world. Like, why don't I just let go of everything I like and call dear and precious and just start adapting everything you love so much?
I mean,
Why haven't I done this sooner?
I don't know.
Why
I don't
haven't
know.
you? I mean, yeah.
Your opinions honestly are they're just so much you're just better at it than me, you know? And it's like forget what anybody else thinks. You're just right.
So, like, when I say that the TV show Survivor is literally the worst thing on TV, what are you now going to do henceforth?
Here's the thing. I could watch 30 seasons of a show that's exactly the same every year.
Haven't they done 40 seasons now?
Is it already at 40? I'm sorry. I've lost track.
I've lost track too. I thought I saw that this season was an all winners edition and that it was number 40. That's just what I saw on a commercial or something.
It's very strange that you're keeping track, Andy, knowing your history of Survivor. So, I could watch another 40 seasons of this, and I could just go back and rewatch old seasons of this show, or I could expand my horizons, I could pick up something new, go to the old Netflix, go to the old Hulu, go to the old HBO, go to the old Amazon Prime, pick something new and watch something that's actually going to be entertaining with the slightest bit of depth to the story.
Speaking of depth, have you seen this show on Netflix called Too Hot to Handle?
I've seen it advertised. And
it's basically about like all of these hot boys and girls who aren't allowed to have sex or masturbate the entire time they're on the show.
There you go.
Or kiss each other or anything.
And isn't that kind of what we're trying to do here at Your Other Bros? Hashtag Too Hot to Handle. Hashtag
Too Hot to Handle.
Your Other Bros, which are hashtag Too Hot to Handle.
That sounds like what Your Other Bros is all about.
It's what we stand for here. It's knowing that you're too hot to handle and knowing that you shouldn't kiss or make out or have sex with anybody.
Ever.
Don't do it. Kids, write this down. Don't do it. Hashtag Too Hot to Handle. Hashtag Your Other Bros. Jesus here. Hashtag it. Well, how much time we got on the clock, Andy? You're the one keeping track this week, right? Three minutes?
Yeah, I was. You told me to keep track of the time, and it looks like we've got about three minutes here left. Big
3 minutes. Okay. Well, in the last 3 minutes, hit us with a quick recommendation. What do you got for us this week?
Oh, let me think about that. Let's see. What is something that Andy, recently consumed that I think you, Tom, and your listening audience would enjoy?
Well, I'm pretty sure you just started a video game called Death Stranding. It's a very weird game.
Death Stranding.
Yeah.
That's right. It's about being on a deserted island, and you have to survive long enough to avoid death. That's why it's called Death Stranding. And when you're on the island, you have to look out for these castaways that are on the island, and you have to survive every single, well, they call them episodes, but it's basically like every 3 days they have to vote somebody out, and so then you have to survive that vote every episode. And if you can make it all the way to the end, then you stranded death. and it's really gripping
Wow.
and enthralling, and I highly recommend it. You make relationships with the characters in the show, and so there's a lot of good, like, it's just like mid-90s, a lot of great moments of brotherhood and connection with these diverse people from all over the country. It's a great game. I loved it from start to finish. Yeah, you guys should check it out.
There you go. Honestly, I mean, you got these guys surviving on an island. This sounds right up my alley. It sounds like a show I really love that has about a lot of different seasons on it. Lost. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
Quick recommendation, go check out Lost right now on Netflix or Amazon Prime or some other streaming platform that you probably also already have. Well, I think that's it for our time today. Andy, I wanted to thank you yet again for joining us. Quick note to everybody else out there. If you desire, if you have something in your heart that says, I need to check out what we're doing, what those guys are doing over at Your Other Brothers, here's what you do. Write this down. Get some pen, get some paper. I'll give you a moment. Jot this down. It's called yourotherbrothers.com. What else can you do? You're like, look, I'm looking for something other than a website. Maybe I can hit you on some social medias. Here's what you do. You find us at, that's the little at symbol, Your Other Bros. Find us on the Twitter. Find us on the Instagram. Find us on the Facebook. And here's the thing. I want you to remember this. Go ahead and write this down. Now that you got your pen and paper out, write this down too. Remember, you are not alone. Even the sparrow stays at home. Stay at home, you guys, but stay connected. And we'll be back real soon for another ConvoCast. Thanks for joining, Andy. Pleasure, as always, to have you with us.
The pleasure is all yours. Thank you, big bro.
All right. Take care, guys. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Your co-editor, co-founder, that's the word, your co-founder, Tom Zuniga, out. One love.
Tom Zuniga, you are such a great host. I'm so glad you have me back. Thank you.
I know. It's what I do.
You're the best, big brother. I'm sorry, this is probably like bordering on flattery at this point, but I really love you, and I'm so grateful you're in my life, and that you allow me to come onto this show and just bond with you. I'm so grateful. I could start crying.
Yeah, you probably should. I'd love to see it right now. Go ahead. I can see you're trying. And that's almost enough for me.
Thank you.
All right, that's all I got.
Bye, Tom.
Bye, Andy.
Bye, yobbers.
Bye-bye.